Good day. In this lesson 3, we will be doing an analysis about the topic Quern by Dave Vincent Baldevarona. As I was searching at my grandmother's house, I saw two circular stones fit together with a top mobile stone and I found it interesting. According to my grandmother, galingan nga bato is also known as grinding stone is an ancient device for grinding corns or grains. After that, I collect some information to create an analysis about this artifact. When was the cornstone invented? In the Neolithic period, this had typically been carried by crushing the grain between two rough stones. The earliest form was known as rotary quernstone, comprising a lower flat or concave stone, usually resting on the ground, on which an upper pebble was rubbed to and for by hand. Grain was added at the nearest end and the operator and the ground material fell from the sides and furthest end onto a sheet where it was collected. Quernstones are stone tools for hand grinding of wide variety of materials. The lower stationary stone of early examples is called a saddle quern, while the upper mobile stone is called the muller, rubber or hand stone. How did a quernstone work? The two circular stones fit together with a top mobile stone, called the handstone, rotating over the bottom stationary stone, called the quern, thereby grinding any grain between them. The grain is fed through the central hopper and there are three smaller holes for the handle to fit into and turn the handstone. The quern was generally worked on the ground, with the operator, usually a woman, kneeling behind it. It was hard work, the user needing to exert enough pressure with the rubber to break open and reduce the grain to meal. In some communities, saddle querns were later set in raised emplacements which made the task slightly easier. Dressing of stones. The surface of stones, like pudding stone, eventually became worn flat and have to be regenerated, usually by pecking the surface with a stone or metal tool. Another reason for modifying the surface of a quernstone is to improve the grinding efficiency, to move the ground floor out of the quern more quickly. This type of stone for making querns is that with a well-cemented matrix of fine to medium grains, which gives naturally hard wearing and abrasive surface, or that with a vesicular texture, which provides continuous cutting edges even as it wears. As a result, a wide variety of rock types have been used over the millennia to produce quernstones, including sandstones, limestones, and igneous rocks such as basalts and granites. Evidences. The rotary quernstones reached Britain around 4000 BC, and examples have been recovered from hill forts like Danebury in Hampshire and causewayed enclosure sites like Windmill Hill in Wiltshire and Eton near Maxey, Cambridgeshire. Rotary quernstones were usually prepared from local stone, although there is some evidence for them having been transported some distances where no suitable local material was available. Saddle querns remained the main method of grinding foodstuffs in Britain up until 400 BC, when it was often superseded but not entirely replaced by the more efficient and easy-to-use rotary quern. However, rotary querns are still in use in some parts of the world today. Conclusions. The rotary quern was quite literally a revolution in milling technology and principle of milling by turning one circular stone above another was to hold throughout the future of development of milling with stones. Although roving hunters/gatherers undoubtedly used stones to pound roots, nuts, and seeds for food, it was the change to a sedentary occupation and cultivating of wild wheats and barleys that saw the development of specialized tools to process grains. The early saddle querns using natural stones gave way to rotary quern in a variety of materials specially shaped in the search for more efficiency. It is fragments of these robust artifacts that we find today on archaeological dig sites and while fielding walking. That's all for this lesson. Thank you and God bless.